Yesterday, I had a conversation with the young group. So a young lady stood up, and she was 20-something, I think, and she said, you could see that she's in some sort of a despair. Why, as much as a person advances along the path, he feels more despaired, as if the emptiness only grows? What do you do with it, and why does it happen? That despair is something a person has to go through, because one gets rid of his will to receive. He has to decide that with the will to receive, he cannot attain spirituality, as he thought before. So all his hopes are revealed to be a failure. He feels only emptiness, so he is despaired. It's like anyone who fails in his plans. And that's a must to happen. When a person finds out that he's in the cellar, and the cellar is dark, and he wants to escape the cellar. Why? Because he feels dark. No, you have to bring the light into that place. Otherwise, why should you run away? Where are you running away? So you're fleeing the battle, so to speak. If you want to escape to externality, then you're leaving the path. I understand that you feel bad, but you have to force yourself to see the light in this situation. It's as if you're being allowed to escape, to do what you want, and then you suffer blows, until you learn and you see the connection between your escape and the blows you suffer. And that's complicated too, because it can come from something completely different in a different time. You know, say 2 days after you're doing good things, everything's okay, and all of a sudden, boom. That's the Torah, and this is the reward of it. Bring your friends from the outside into that cellar and be happy with them there. The Zohar writes in both ways. This is why Baal Sulam gave his commentary on the book of Zohar, which also says that the Zohar is filled with allegories that can confuse the beginner and make him imagine all kinds of images or feel all kinds of things as if he understands something. Next to everything the Zohar writes, he's trying to add, whether it's about Gvura, Malchut, this aspect, that aspect, Gimel Kavim, the 3 lines, that integration, the other one. That is, next to the emotion, he provides you with a scientific discernment, because Kabbalah is nevertheless a wisdom. It's a science. So then you can know how to connect the mind with the emotion, and that gives you the vessel to grasp the Zohar and not to lose yourself, like in a field of emotions. Because if you're just listening to the words, it sounds like a historical novel or an emotional one that you accept as some sort of a novel. But when you learn that, along with some discernments that you can make, that you learned before, and that system is somehow understood to you, you start organizing all of that, and then the commentary of the letter, together with the Zohar itself, starts working within you in a way that you begin to be excited about it, you begin to look at it correctly. It brings internal actions within you. It's like in Babylon, we didn't want to understand each other. That's why our language changed in a way that we couldn't understand each other. Where did all the languages come from? Because in Babylon, people started hating each other, meaning, you tell me something, I don't want to listen, I don't want to understand you, I don't care. So that brought about you talking in one language and me talking in another language. That's the reason, that's the source of different languages, the fact that we don't want to understand each other from within. Once we will want to understand each other, we will see that one language is formed, the language of bestowal. So it's not enough that I study from the right books and I want a revelation. I also need some huge vessel, and it has to do with others who, through the connection between them, create something so the light can affect me. I don't really see your question. I have 1 minute left, maybe you'll understand. What I have here is an empty stomach. That's empty. And there's food here, right? So I need some sort of a system so that food will come to me in a proper way. So I need the appetite, right? I need it. So what your question is, they tell me the appetite for the food is all the souls together, the connection between the souls. Then you'll be ready for that food. So I need to try to connect with the others to see how I'm incapable of that, and I need to correct that desire, that deficit, that the light will correct it. Think until tomorrow, and in the meantime,